What's going on, guys? Appreciate those of you that were hanging out, waiting. I wasn't 100% sure if we were going to do this today or tomorrow. Time allotted to where I'm able to do it today. This is the fragrances I bought for the Canada Day sale through Fragrance Buy. So the reason for the title is the one we're going to start with here in a minute, Terre Eau Intense Vetiver. I have not liked this fragrance in the past, so I'm giving it another shot. It's been a few years since I've smelled it. More earthy vetivers. My taste has started to change towards quite a bit. See if it still kind of smells like roach spray on my skin. Who knows? So we're going to start with that one here in just a little bit. Those of you watching the replay, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on all notifications so you can take part in these live chats whenever we do them. So scent of the day, I still don't know how to pronounce this one properly, but it is one of my newest pickups from Paris Corner. Rafikat. I have no fucking clue how to say this. Just being honest, I'm gonna butcher it every time I try. Supposedly, their take on YSL Baby Cat. If so, Baby Cat must be amazing because this is fantastic. I'm working on a review for this. This is phenomenal. I have 4 sprays around my neck, and I can easily and constantly smell myself. I've had it on for about an hour now. This is one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled from Paris Corner. Easily. This is super, super good. So full review coming in a few days. But let's see what everybody else is wearing. We got a few people quick, fast, and in a hurry. Make sure to hit that thumbs up on your way in. Scott, good to see you. All genres Bob's in the house wearing Deep Blue Parfum. Okay. Scent of the Bay, one of the best names on YouTube. Wearing Irish leather. Okay. Kevin, good to see you. Silver Mountain Water, you can't go wrong there. First Instinct Together. Good stuff. Lone Star Vol, good to see you. CK All, excellent choice, Omar. Not a whole lot, man. Just trying to get a bunch of stuff done. Time, like I said, time has allotted for me to be able to do this right now. Spend about an hour. I'm going to try to do a hard stop in an hour. We got 5 fragrances we're going to go over, so we have a very specific topic and agenda here. Joe, good to see you. Greenlee, definitely some good stuff. Broke the bike out for a while today. About to head to the pool. It rains every day. Today's the last day. Supposedly, so we'll see. I'm hoping to ride my bike the rest of the week. MFK, all right. What's going on? Novice from Novitus Parfums. Big man, big lifestyle. Good to see you. Collar's in the house. Hayati, never tried that one. So another one wearing CK All. Urban Man Elixir. Scent of the day is Amber Oud Gold. Never tried it. Sampled Fusion Issey. It was way better than I expected. Suntan lotion fragrance done right, which we have the Extreme right here. That's going to be one of the ones we're talking about. I got the original the other day, last week. And I was surprised by it too. They're so cheap. It was like, you roll the dice on them. So supposedly they removed the fig and a few other things from this one. So I'm curious. We're going to see. Code Sport Athlete 2012. Afnan Historic Almeda. Never heard of that one. Hugo Reversed. Solid fragrance. Versace Poron. Speaking of solid. Heading to the high heat in Vegas this week. So I picked up Fusion Issey after your video with it. Wanted to say thanks because I love it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mike. I'm going to be like, a lot of these are going to be like the main rotation for me for the rest of the summer because I'm going to the beach. So high heat and humidity with beach vibes. I'm just going to be by the beach. Literally, I'm going to be a 10-minute walk from the beach. 10, 12 minutes, something like that. Walk from the beach from where I live. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait. I'm going to sweat my ass off, though. I haven't sweated like that in a while because I grew up in the South. I'm used to sweating as soon as I walk out the door. Last few years hasn't been the case over here. Under the Lemon Tree, No Jinkabana Light Blue, St. Bart's, went to Harbor Freight Tools and didn't even smell too nice. You still smelled great for going to Harbor Freight. I mean, didn't mean to rhyme, just kind of worked out the way. Bulgari Aquamarine, 1 Million Parfum, best suntan lotion. And I don't even find it's all that much suntan lotion. It's still got a lot of the bubble gum going from the original. But we're to the bottom pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Let's bust open. We'll do a screen. I already got the share screen option pulled up. We'll pull up Parfumo and reference the notes because I don't remember the notes on all of these. Stronger With You Only, I've been through about half a decant of. That's why we're going to save that one for last because I'm familiar with it. And Invictus Victory, I've only sprayed one time. Let me grab my damn knife. It's not playing nice and opening easily. Invictus Victory, I only sprayed one time. That's for quite a while back. That was on a video on this channel. Clementine, California, I've never tried. Fusion Issey Extreme, like I said, I haven't tried that one. I have the original. So here we go. Grabbed a 50 ml because I don't need more than 50 ml, especially if I end up not liking it. Then, you know, it was a waste of money on a 50 ml, right? But here we go. Terre Diamez Eau Intense Vetiver. Yeah, that happened. Didn't have the quick hands that time. So, atomizer's lined up, though. That's always nice. Give it a spray on the hand. Really good atomizer. Not too shabby out in the air. Definitely better than I remember it to be. It's definitely smoky, but I get a lot of citrus here. I still get plenty of the citrus at the top that the line's known for. It's a little funky, though. Not going to lie. It is a little on the funky side. Has this like bitter orange smell. There's definitely a musty kind of cumin type of feel to the way this vetiver comes across on my skin. It is kind of similar to how I remember it, but I have a different appreciation for it. So like, it doesn't smell like roach spray to me like it used to at one time. But this is definitely not for everyone. This is the most, I know this was going to be the most polarizing in this video. That's why I wanted to start with this one, because this could have potentially been a mistake. This is definitely not one that I can see too many people having a love at first sniff type of situation. That's why instead of buying the eau de toilette or the parfum first, I went with what I remember being the most challenging one for me. I've never tried the parfum, but I mean, I like the EDT. It's grown on me. I have a card sample. I've been spraying it. I'm going to get the EDT. I like the EDT. Eau Givray is kind of its own thing. That's the least like the DNA. This is the most intense funkiness, hence the name. But it's not bad, though. There's a little bit of soapiness in there. This is not for everyone, but it is better than I remember it being. I do remember this kind of musty funkiness to the way the vetiver comes across on my skin. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Let's pull up the notes here. Switch over to Parfumo. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, intense. Vetiver, 2018 release. Citrus, woody, fresh, spicy green. Vetiver, bergamot, Sichuan pepper. There you go. Just as simple. It has more of a bitter orange smell to me. Yeah, I get a bitter orange. That's what it smells like to me. I have to say, though, I think it's a skin chemistry thing with me for that funkiness I get. Because it's cleaning up a little bit. It's not as rough on my skin as the initial blast. And it's definitely not near as bad as I remember it being the first time I tried this. Definitely not a casual scent. This is one that begs to differ. If you want to rock this with, like, I'm wearing a Corvette t-shirt right now. This is definitely not the attire for this fragrance. I'm not saying you can't wear it with a t-shirt. I just don't think it's ideal. This one's a little bit more serious tone. This one's a conversation piece. There's potential for someone to think you don't smell that good. But then again, there's also that intrigue of, ooh, you smell different. That's kind of nice. What is that? It could be a conversation piece type of fragrance when it comes to vetiver. Like, it's not the most challenging vetiver I've ever smelled. Like, the most challenging vetiver I have is Kajal Sarif. It's a very regal type of, you know, seriously dirty, super high quality niche vetiver. I just can't get down with. I got to get to the dry down, but it takes like 2 or 3 hours for me to get to where I can enjoy it. So I can't wear that one. It's the only Kajal fragrance I don't like. And it's not that I don't like it. It just doesn't work for me. This is not near that type of challenge. Not even close. Not even the same ballpark. But it is getting better by the sniff, by the moment. So wasn't a mistake. I can see myself enjoying this one. This is one that I think is going to grow on me. Because just from, 3-4 years ago, the first time I tried it, to now is leaps and bounds different on my thoughts and feelings on it. So we'll give it a rating here in just a little bit. We're gonna slide that one to the side. So not too shabby. I'm glad I grabbed it. So let's catch up on these comments. And while I'm catching up, guys, which one should we do next? I'll leave it up to you guys. OG Cool Water and the Lemon Tree, which I already typed. St. Bart's, I saw that already. So these I saw already. I'm going to hit the like button. I mean, I wouldn't sit here and say I should record stuff, but here and there. We'll go with here and there. Oh, Electrique, so underappreciated. That's one of my favorite flankers they ever put out in that line. It's Lanowee DeLone mixed with arrows. It's great. Invictus Victory is fire. Ran a few errands today and went with Hollister Canyon Sky. There you go. Good stuff. Profumo again today. Josh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Should give Afnan Historical Media a try. It's an Ambroxan bomb. Okay. I go nose blind within an hour strong, so spray in the bathroom. You can smell it in there 8 hours later. Well, if it's got Ambroxan, I'll probably like it. I like a good blue fragrance. Muga Cologne Fly Away. Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Platine Privé, the newest one. Good to see Joel. Rubroca Theorem. There you go. Contrell won that in the giveaway, in the members giveaway. Volcanus, the king of the super chat, has arrived. Florist Elite is his scent of the day. Thank you so much for the scent, for the super chat. I appreciate you, my friend. I hope you're having an excellent, excellent Saturday, man. And I've never tried the fragrance that I know of the brand. I quite know of how the bottles look and all that good stuff. I just have never sampled anything from the house. Tarathi Blue for Joel. 110's Vetiver was a compliment getter for me. A little dressed up, though. There you go. Definitely something that begs you to dress it up a little more. It's kind of serious. Has a seriousness to the scent profile. Nautical Voice. Oh, I just got a whiff. I just turned my head quickly, and now I got a big old whiff of this. I'm telling you, this stuff, man, so good. Cheap, too. So let's see. Nautical Voyage. Spencer, good to see you. Blue de Chanel Parfum. Can't go wrong there. Rockin' Aventus. Never a bad time for that. How do you break the ice when you're always lived where it never snowed? Jad, come on. Seriously. Those of you not familiar with Jad, he's trying to be funny. I know Jad quite well. Most of you probably don't. Good to see you, Jad. Stupid question. Good to see you, Jad. Got a carded sample of the Parfum, and it's great. Didn't care for the Intense Vetiver, but may revisit down the road. So the thing that interests me the most about the Parfum, which I'm going to get pretty soon, before the fall, I'm going to get it, is that it's full of oak moss. According to Justin, it's got a lot more of a chypre feel to it. It's a lot of oak moss, and that excites me. That sounds really good. High oil concentration. I like Parfum flankers when it comes to designer DNAs and fragrance lines. So I'm very curious. Invictus Victory next. Fusion or Victory. So that's 2 votes Victory. We try to hurry up and get to the bottom. So it's not Victory Elixir. It's the original Victory. I have a decant of Victory Elixir. I did a first impressions on that a while back. So it's not Victory Elixir, but I'm assuming you're talking about Victory. Yeah, you've got to be. So there's another vote for Victory. Fahrenheit Cologne. Okay, good deal. Brioni Intense. My bottle is right here. I got to find a good situation to wear that one. That one's a little dressier too. God, I just got another whiff of it. This is a banger, guys. It's an absolute banger. I can't move without getting a strong hit of it. Boss gave me a compliment. I was so happy. I'm only getting clones now because they're affordable and especially for students. 10-4. I know. I'm talking about that one again, but I mean, it was still on my arm this morning. I sprayed it last night. And then the other arm, I'd sprayed green water, which was in today's shorts video, which these are both bangers. I mean, we're 4 for 4. I'm going to do an individual review video on those because it's a collaboration. The brand sent them to me, so I'm going to do a dedicated video for it. But they're both incredible, first and foremost. And I have to say, I don't understand the comparisons to Aqua Sextius for Caraco Bay. That is a straight up sunscreen, frangipani, however you say it, bomb. It's very creamy, floral, coconut sunscreen, a little watery. It's really, really good. Very linear, though. Doesn't change much on my skin and lasts forever. It's not super loud, but it lasts forever. I'm a fan. Not redundant to Aqua Sextius. Nor is Vela Sud. Nah. They're 3 different fragrances. There's similarities among the 3. But no, I'm telling you guys, people talking about fragrances on video, sure, take them with a grain of salt. But that shit on Fragrantica, take that with a grain of salt. Try that stuff for yourself. My God. Anyways, trying. Ouch. I'm assuming you're talking about what I said, Jad. Oh, the Vetiver, so props that it grew on you. I tapped out because look, it's not for everybody. And it was a challenge for me the first time, and it still is. It is getting better by the moment, though. It's getting a little smoky and aromatic at this point. It's getting better by the moment. So I'm glad I decided to just roll the dice and get it again instead of getting a sample. Hawas is okay. I like Invictus Platinum more. That's fair. Gypsy Water. I'm covered in Blue Noir Parfum. Good stuff. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Random, but I got Mont Blanc Presence in a swap. I like a barbershop fragrance with cinnamon. There's a lot of cinnamon in that one. There was a time when I was a big fan. It was like #1 on my cheapy fall list in like 2019. I was a big fan of that one. Got about Red Extreme. Any dupes? I still want to get Red Extreme, even though the price has gone up. I've put off getting it forever, but eventually I'm going to get a bottle of it. Trying with my 800 ml of 4711 for the summer heat waves and making a comeback stronger than the Backstreet Boys. So, yes, Jad's out in the Middle East. There's some real heat out where he's at. Sin of Peace. Oh Intense Vetiver reminded me of a more Vetiver-dominant gray Vetiver, which I enjoy. Yeah, that's definitely a cleaner fragrance, gray Vetiver. But I understand the tie-in for sure. I mostly wear it with a suit when I want my Vetiver fix. Yeah, this would be a great work fragrance. Somebody in a managerial role that works in an office setting, car business, for example, new car manager, great fragrance for you. Pre-owned manager, directors, any of that. GSM, F&I even. I would think with F&I, finance department, by the way, for those who don't know the lingo, you would want something a little bit more inviting because you're the last stop in the sales process. So maybe something a little more inviting than this. But new car manager is dealing with the salesperson. That's who you're working to deal with back and forth. Even if the manager takes a turn with the customer, it's a brief interaction most of the time. So I would think, new car, I know I'm talking car business because that's the last industry I was in. New car manager, pre-owned manager. I could see pulling this off, which Invictus was a big hit, by the way. Mr. Burberry and Invictus were a big hit in the places I've worked with the managers. Just throwing that out there. I'm going to jump into the next one here real quick. I'm going to skip a little bit, guys. Need a bottle of 4711. Yes, we're at the bottom. Completely agree. No sexiest. That's why I get both. Glad you enjoyed 22. And yeah, I'm going to be probably late next week. I got to spend some time. There's other reviews I'm working on that are going to get out first because next week there's going to be some more individual reviews. So it'll probably be late next week, but I'll have a video out on it because I got to spend some time with it. Coach for Men. Good stuff. I prefer the EDT. People do. Okay. Okay, I skipped something. Rest in peace, Mama. Okay, there we go. That's why the big rips. Don't forget to hit the likes. That's what I'm talking about. The hats off the chains. Thank you, man. It's Florida Marlins. Really, it's more of a high vis yellow than the yellow that I'm actually wearing on my shirt, but I wanted to wear it. So this month, real quick, and then we'll jump into it. So what won out in the vote for the $9.99 and above tier, we got 3 spins. First prize is a 4-ounce bottle of Mancera Intense Cedrat Boissé. That'll be here on the 12th, as well as the main prize for the niche giveaway because I ordered those a couple days ago. Second spin is I got 5 different discovery sets, some niche and designer, and 1 clone discovery set over there. I went over them in yesterday's live stream. I added a Kajal 3-pack that came with Masa. So there's a 5th discovery set in this. So 5 discovery sets for the second prize. Third prize is like last month with the mystery box of clones. It was 42 bottles total that Kyler got last month. Then the first prize for Hall of Fame tier and above, $25 tier and above, is a 50 ml of Zaharoff Tony Iommi Monkey Special, which I purchased with Mancera. They're coming together on the 12th. And then a second spin of a 60 ml bottle of Zaharoff Signature Rosé. So if you're Hall of Fame tier and above, you're eligible for all 5 spins. $9.99 tier, you're eligible for the first 3. So, all right, let's jump into this. Let's go with Victory. It's been, year and a half since I smelled it that one time. It was on skin, and I remember the incense kind of popping. It didn't blow me away, though. It was okay. I gave it like a 7 out of 10. It's very good. It's just it wasn't like, ooh, I have to have a bottle of that right away. Because everybody knows I'm a fan of the Invictus line. I mean, Invictus Aqua 2018 is my favorite fragrance. So, finally getting it. The elixir is better, I will say. But let's give it a spray. There we go. Soak my hand down. A little sweet. And the funny thing is, as I lean, I'm getting a mixture of this with it. I'm telling you, this stuff's a beast. It's good stuff. I keep having to reference it because that's all. I keep smelling it every time I move. And I have 4 sprays around the neck. That's it. Nothing on the arms. Sweet, smoky, and a little soapy. You know? It's nice. I just don't get much of Invictus. I get the sweetness of Invictus without a lot of the aquatic tone of Invictus. But it is nice. Very youthful. For being a smoky fragrance, it's a youthful smoky fragrance. Well, I mean, it's the Invictus line. Nothing serious or mature about it, right? Yeah, a nice sweetness that doesn't smell. It's a light fruity type of sweetness. It's not like a honey or anything like that. While still being a little soapy. There's something making it a little soapy, and I definitely get the olibanum, that smoky frankincense smell. A little bit of wood. It's even a little powdery on my skin. So let's pull up the notes. I spell it wrong? I sure did. Went to typing too damn fast. Whoops. Wrong letter. Sweet, spicy, synthetic, fresh, and citrus. Lemon and pink pepper. Lavender, so that's why it's soapy. Frankincense, tonka bean, vanilla, and amber. So there's the sweetness. So it's kind of making that lemon a little on the fruity side. It's not so much a citric smell. It's got a fruity sweet smell at the top. So I guess that tonka bean vanilla combo is adding so much sweetness. I do get a little bit of a woody facet to it, though, that's not being equated or accounted for here in the notes. Two different perfumers. Okay, because it says IFF. It's nice, but it comes down to being my least favorite in the Invictus line. It really is. I like Legend more. I like Invictus Aqua 2018 more. I like the original Invictus more. I like Platinum a little bit more because it's so strange in the opening, a little medicinal, and then herbal and minty, and you would think with it being the one with frankincense, I would love it, but the elixir is so much better. Again, this is not bad. It's going to get probably a 7 out of 10 strong. Like, my first thoughts remain now. Like a year and a half later, I have the same thoughts and feelings I had back then when I smelled it. It hasn't changed for me. Also, I haven't done a full wearing experience either, but just sitting here sniffing it on my hand, it's a nice fragrance. It's very youthful. It very much fits the line. It's a very good fragrance. It's just not better than some of the other offerings in its own line. Not to me, not for my taste. I definitely like it, though. I mean, it's not like I'm not going to wear it. I will wear this. I'm not downplaying it to kind of shit on it, because I'm not shitting on it. It's just not everything can blow you away, right? It doesn't blow me away. It's a very nice fragrance. It's what I expected it to be. It's everything I remember about it previously. Nothing's really changed. Yeah. It's good. It's very good. It's just not great. It's not groundbreaking. The elixir is superior. I need to revisit that one again. I am going to get a bottle, which there was a chance I could have got it for a little over $100 from Fragrance Buy. I slept on it. I waited. I don't grab everything they drop, but I do like it. I do like it. It's possible you have just one favorite cologne for no, absolutely not. Cool Water Grapefruit and Sage today. I sprayed at 8 a.m. Still going. Yeah, I wore it out the shower the other night. Big rips to mom. So 71st tomorrow. Damn. Did you see my large comment? So I had to skip ahead. So no, I was very far behind. So definitely not. Oh, you almost hug her tight. $29.99. Oh, Kyla being a hype man. Nautica Blue. Gonna head to the buddy's place and gonna wear Greenlee for his party. There you go. High road. Well, that's for the channel members. You're not eligible, Jad. even if you were a channel member because you're out of the country. Yeah, I have a channel membership, and that's part of what we do. That's for the $24.99 and above tier. So the fragrance gets bought with the money. YouTube takes their cut, and I keep a small portion, and the bulk of it goes to buying these fragrances. Just a little internal community thing we have on the channel. I'm giving Jad a hard time because I know Jad, by the way, guys. So I'm not just being an ass to him, just being an ass to him. I know Jad. Trust me, Jad's an ass too. I love Jad. Maybe a good future video topic. What fragrance or fragrances took you from avid to collector? Tell them about Dunhill Icon. That was when Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, because I've talked about it, probably 24 times over the years. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, when that came out back in like 04, 05, that's what changed it. Back then, I've been in fragrances most of my life. So, yeah, like I said, I've talked about it probably over 20 times. Victory, think of it as Nightmare Invictus. That is fair. That is fair. I like that. Nightmare Invictus. I like that. Always need to tell our lover. Boz is in the house. Victory is yours. Victory is good, but smells too familiar to other things in the air for me. It's a designer. It's a mass appealing, sweet designer, It's good. It's a good fragrance. It's just not the best one. Not in its own line. Winter evenings, man, Victory is great. Wearing it with a pea coat and a sweater. Ooh, it's some good stuff. I'm sure it is. I'm good. Like I said, I'm going to wear it. I'm not knocking it. It's just I can't be blown away by everything. Contrary to belief, I don't like everything, which I do like this. But I can find the good in most. You guys have heard me say that probably 1,000 times at this point. If you've been watching long enough, you probably heard it 1,000 times. I can find the good in most. And it is a good fragrance. It's just not a great fragrance. Yep, you have to appreciate family where you can. My mom passed on Monday. Dad passed on. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, man. On Monday. Damn. Just happened. That's crazy, man. Prayers for the family. Mustache EDP, La Yukawam, Comme des Garçons, 2-man. Abandoned them. Designed well at 30 degrees. I did like Invictus Intense. Yeah, it's sweeter than the original, but that whiskey note, man. I like it. It's underappreciated. It's like the least appreciated, and I like it more than this. It smells so much like the original. It's named appropriately. It's an intense take on Invictus for sure. Ever get your nose on Cashmere Sex by Elemental Fragrance? I have not. Youp Ice in this heat. 10-4. Greetings from Poland. Nice cap, Ross. Thank you very much, Boz. I appreciate that. Here we go again. Ross and chat. What up? Tommy Bahama St. Bart's. Another one wearing St. Bart's. It's good stuff. Definitely some good stuff. Let's see. We have 67 likes, 137 viewers, less than half the likes to the viewership. Guys, do me a quick favor. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Even those of you that are here to just hate watch and try to clip something to use on other parts of the internet, do your part. Hit that thumbs up. Let's see. Bleu de Chanel for me, same in the fragrances most of my life, but after Bleu de Chanel, I got started buying bigger name stuff. That's fair. Condolences. Shout outs from the Philippines. Indeed. Welcome. 4 bus bottled unlimited today, and my scent of the night is Why Oh Fresh. Do you plan to wear your big 200 ml of unlimited this year? Yes. So I don't really have high heat here. That's why a lot of the high heat stuff I have not been reaching for, because it's just, it's been raining so much that the hottest it gets, like one day recently, we got to 90 degrees. And it's a dry heat. So it doesn't feel like 90 degrees in the south, where that feels like 100. And it's because it's 100% humidity. So I'm moving to that in 3 weeks. So you're going to start seeing a lot more fresh, super fresh fragrances. And that's one of them. Minty pineapple, woodsy, a little aquatic from that violet leaf. And also you have to remember, I have like 1,500 fragrances. So a lot of stuff's going to sit all the time. I'll never go through half of that bottle. So, Italian Love today, still my favorite in line. Still my favorite in line too. Just hit the like, bro. I appreciate that. Got my first paycheck and ordered a ton of stuff. Young man blowing his check. I know. I was there. Tried the original Invictus again today. Almost bought it. I tried to, but took the wrong box. Oh boy. So, okay, we're at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and get into another one. So, since I've even done a video on this one, we're going to save it for last. Let's go with Clementine, California. This is going to be my fourth from Atelier, Cologne. Pomelo Paradis had a beautiful opening. Dry down, it wasn't as good as the opening. Pacific Lime and Orange Sanguine were phenomenal. So, and I've had a lot of you tell me that this one's amazing. So, we're going to see. We're about to get into this and see what's what. Clementine, California. Obviously, I know Clementine's in there. I remember some greens and maybe some pepper, something like that. I've looked at the notes. I just don't remember it specifically. But here we go. Atelier Cologne, Clementine, California. So with this one, we're going to go on top of the forearm. Give it 2 paintbrush sprays. Paintbrush, just wiping it across. You know what I mean? For those of you that aren't familiar when I say that, on what I mean. It's kind of watery. Super fresh. The opening of this one is the freshest of the 4 that I have from the brand. This is immensely watery and fresh. This is the best one. This is better than Pacific Lime. Oh, by the way, me and Chad are going to review this one on my channel. Reviewing 2 of the other 3 on his channel, and this one we're going to review on my channel. There's a nice, fresh, spicy, like that's got to be that pepper. I believe there's pepper in there. It's like a water of super mouth-watering, like watery note, light orange smell. With a nice peppered spice. That's all I get from it. I'm sure it'll change a little bit as it dries, but the opening is super. Like my mouth is literally watering. I have to swallow. Wow. This is impressive how watery it is. And it smells of quality. I mean, that's why I've fallen in love with the brand. They definitely use really good quality oils here. Oh, that is inherently fresh. My wife's going to love this one. Oh, this is going to shine in the high heat. Clementine, California. It is the best of the 4 that I have. Pacific Lime, then Orange Sanguine, then Pomelo Paradis, I think is how I would rank them. Which Orange Sanguine being in 3rd it isn't a bad thing. There's not a big drop off from this to the 3rd spot. There's a little bit of a soapy tone to it as well. Let's pull up these notes. I'm really digging this one. This is my favorite of the haul so far. Clementine, California, 2016. Citrus, fresh, fruity, green, spicy. Italian Clementine, citron, mint, cypress, juniper berry, and Haitian vetiver. It's got a peppery smell to it, but that explains why it's so fresh. Clementine, citron, and mint with some juniper berry. Man, that's super, super fresh. This cypress is just intensifying it, I think. It's definitely got a green tone to it, but it's so watery. You'd swear there was watery notes or aquatic notes or something like that. It doesn't have a violet leaf metallic aquatic feel. It doesn't have that. Straight up like fresh water, a freshwater accord. I think fresh should be the top accord. This is crazy, crazy fresh. This is amazing. And look, it's not mind-blowingly like I've never smelled anything like this aroma. It smells like it's been done before, but I don't think quite at this level. I think this is the right way to do this particular scent profile. I'm in love with this scent profile. This is phenomenal. This is the one to beat. We got 2 more. I can tell you right now, Strong With You Only is not going to beat this. I can tell you right now. So there's only one that has a chance to get a higher rating than this. This is phenomenal. How many of you have tried it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments, in the chat. I'm very curious. What do you think of Clementine, California? Do you get, like, the way I'm describing it, is that how you feel about it? Is it a little different for you? Like this Haitian vetiver, there's no dirtiness, no earthy tone, nothing. It's all fresh. Like I said, fresh should be the #1 ranked accord here. This is amazing. Atelier, Cologne, Clementine, California. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's the one to beat. I'm telling you, it's going to be hard to beat that one. Gentleman Intense is another banger, rarely talked about. 9 a.m. Dive, that's good stuff. Well, there you go. He's a fan of Clementine, California. Remember to tip your bartender. Condolences to AFC. The hate will make you a star. There you go. Oolong Infini by Atelier is really fresh and clean, but is weak as fuck on my skin. Noted. Absolutely noted. Some of that sour watermelon goodness. And help support the channel grow. Absolutely. That's the fragrance fund. It's part of what goes into the fragrance fund for all these hauls I do, all the stuff I buy. I'm not really a mob movie kind of guy. Got a 4.2 brand new in box of Profumo for $129. That's actually impressive. That's impressive. Just popped in. Hello all. Scent of the day. Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum Watch Scents. It's good to see you, sir. Definitely good to see you. We have a new member in Steve Benjamin. Let's see what tier he went with. All-star tier. So you, sir, are eligible for the first prize spin of the 4-ounce bottle of Mancera Intense Drapoise, the second prize spin of the 5 Discovery sets, and the third prize spin of the Mystery Clone Box. So got 3 chances to win. We have 92 members currently after adding him. 92 members. Not all 92 are eligible for the spin because we have several at the $4.99 tier which aren't eligible for the giveaways. But I would say about, for the 3 spins, it's in the realm of like 60 people are eligible. Roughly 55, 60 people of those 92 are eligible for those giveaways. That's why we have 3 spins. And I mean, we get a few more. If we get like another 10 people, I'm going to, actually like 6 or 7 people, I'm going to have to add a 4th spin. So that's the thing. As we add members, we enhance the opportunities, more and more stuff to do giveaways on, because I want to make sure to keep the odds of winning as great as I can for everyone. I don't want it to be a long shot for you to try to win something. You know what I mean? But welcome, man. I'm trying to watch you live, and EQ's live. It's saying EQ's live right now. God, son of a bitch. Damn it, Ogun. I didn't know what time he was going live. So hitting them with the emojis. That's what I'm talking about. We appreciate your support, Steve. Absolutely. So Kyler's actually who won the mystery clone box last month. It was 42 fragrances total. Best option to attend the theater show tonight. Bleu de Chanel Parfum. See, this is the kind of questions I like, where you give me some options and I tell you what I would do. That's the way to do it right there. Amorous Homme, Silver Mountain Water, or Sedley. That's some good options right there. I'm partial to Bleu de Chanel Parfum, though. For a theater show, it's a bit more intimate. It's the warmest of all of them. I'm going with Bleu de Chanel Parfum over all 3 of those niche fragrances, believe it or not. Yeah, I got to go with that because it's warm. It's cozy. It's a warm wood cozy fragrance. It's not real intense and in your face, but it's going to last. Whereas the others are so much fresher, but they're so much brighter at the same time. Whereas you can snuggle in real close in your seat with your lady. I think with Bleu de Chanel Parfum a little bit better. Just my take. That's what I would do. Got Sauvage Parfum today. I think it's my favorite in the line. Well, welcome to the club because it's my favorite in the line as well. I have a 200 ml of it that I may never go through, but that fragrance is even fun. I've worn that fragrance on a hike, late spring, early summer. I mean, it's not a bad situation for it. Yeah, the scent profile would beg you to think cooler weather, but year round, man, that thing works year round. That is such a great interpretation of the scent. Where Elixir veers the furthest away from Sauvage's DNA, this one veers away from it without abandoning it completely, to the point of where Sauvage Elixir, you've got to look for it to tie it in. Sauvage Parfum still ties into it, but it's so much more the big brother of the group. Elixir obviously is the most mature of the group, but as far as what smells the most like Sauvage, that's the adult in the room, if that makes sense. When you look at the cool spray, the EDT, the EDP, and the Parfum's the adult in the room among those. The Elixir as well, but again, the Elixir ties in the least, the absolute least. Like I said, you got to look for it to tie it into the DNA. So I'm with you on that. Slap that like, people. You heard, man. Good to see you, Jared. Wearing Parfum right now. Damn, it's good. LOL. I agree. it's the best in the line. So with that said, we are at the bottom. Let's move to Fusion Issey Extreme. High hopes. I mean, these are so affordable. Same thing with Issey Miyake Vetiver, the newest one. Low Issey Vetiver. It's 40-something bucks. It's a release for this year. These Issey fragrances are getting cheap fast. And there's a lot of good to have. A lot of good to be had is what I meant to say. So I have to say, every single one, every time, so the cap was loose, just like on the other one. So the bottle's a little bit more of a green hue in the original, whereas it's a much darker, like dark water oceanic blue for the Extreme. I just love the color of the font and everything. Like, it's such a good aesthetic. That's a good aesthetic for an Issey bottle, I have to say. So we're going on this side this time. Switch it around. Paintbrush it twice, just like we did on the other arm. Ooh, that's much more of a warm, woodsy coconut. I definitely get the coconut right away. It's like this dense, woody smell to go with the coconut, like a rich coconut. Not a milky coconut, more of a coconut water. This smells better than the original. The original's fresher. I would say this is like its evening appropriate counterpart. Like if you're on that same beach vacation, this is the one you wear to dinner at, go and have drinks at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. Because it's not like it's a serious date night fragrance or anything, but tropical evening. That's how I equate and associate this scent profile. It's not near the level of sunscreen smell of the original. I think it's a nice contrast to have both. Redundant, sure, but differences. Enough differences to have both. I'm glad to have both. And to have a 100 ml tester of both was like under 80 bucks or right around 80 bucks. To have a 100 ml tester of each of them total was around 80 bucks from Fragrance Buy. I mean, come on. There's a little bit of the suntan lotion, but not near as much. It's not as watery and aquatic. Like I said, there's a lack of freshness compared to the Eau de Toilette, the regular non-extreme version. The fig definitely plays more of a role. It's like fig leaf or fig wood or something. I think it's fig wood in the other one. This is much more woodsy. I like this. I like this. Let's pull these notes up. See what we're working with. Should be plenty. So yeah, 2020 versus 2021. Fresh, sweet, woody. Yep, definitely woody. Green and spicy. Bergamot, cardamom, coconut, peppermint, lavender, patchouli, sandalwood. Really just sandalwood? I would have thought there was cedar or something in here. Because it's got a radiant. That's probably the cardamom that's making that warm, woody smell. It's probably the cardamom mixing with the sandalwood that's creating the accord I'm getting. It's definitely fresh, so the peppermint makes sense, but I get this watery coconut feel. I don't really get patchouli. Sure, lavender, not too dominant. Now that it's settling down, not near as watery, because like I said, the first one was so much more watery and aquatic than this. Honestly, I wouldn't put fresh as the number one accord. I would put woody. I would put woody, spicy, fresh, green, then sweet. Or maybe like woody green, fresh, and put sweet and spicy however you want at the end, because they're kind of wet and wet. It's not too spicy, not too sweet. But the accords all make sense here. I don't agree with the order if we're going strongest accord to weakest accord of the main accords. I like this better than the original. I think you still pull this one off in the same situations as the other, where the other one puts you like ankle deep, feet in the sand, walking towards the beach. Breezy, airy, watery, more sunscreen, sweaty skin, that whole vibe, the whole picture the scene, that's the fragrance for the scene. This is more the sun's gone down, Hawaiian shirt, going have dinner and drinks beachside, on a patio somewhere, the wood deck. on that same vacation, that same summer beach vacation. I like this one a lot. I'm a fan. I'm glad to have both, honestly. I'm a fan. This is the better one. This is the better of the two, though. I think because it's so much more woodsy versus being watery, it really works better with the scent profile overall. Big fan. I like it. I like it. That's probably going to be the second highest rated fragrance in this video. Yep, I think that's where I'm leaning. Only one left, which I'm quite familiar with, but see if I got behind or not. Not much. Looking forward to wearing Ani X out for dinner tonight. I haven't tried it yet. I hope you enjoy it, though, Jason. I hope you have a great dinner. My giveaway win was absolutely incredible. I hope everybody gets a chance to win. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying, Kyler. As a former pitcher, I've always loved your hat game. You're consistent. Stopping through to show some love. Center of the day, Ormond Jane Serena. Peace, peace. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. I'm glad to see you, my man. Aqua de Jo, the original. Just ordered Assad and Rocha Salome. That's quite the variety. That's a versatile order right there. Rocha Salome you can wear all the time. Assad can be evenings in cooler weather. Speaking of Sauvage Elixir. So Atelier has a sample pack for $48 with the top three you mentioned. Ooh, that's probably a reason that they're my three, that I love these three. Clementine, California, Pacific Lime, Orange Sanguine. You can't go wrong with any of the three. Literally any of the three. Just to recap, Clementine, California, very watery, orangey smell, super, super fresh, a little spicy green, a little soapy. Pacific Lime, juicy lime, and coconut. Ooh, super, super good. And then you have a variety of oranges. There's 3 different types of oranges, some Texas cedar and some watery notes with a little bit of pepper. Orange Sanguine's quite nice as well. That's definitely, and I have a 30 ml of Pomelo Paradis, and it's nice. It's a beautiful zesty orange at the top, but it dries down to almost like this effervescent, you know, those packs of Emergen-C, the vitamin C, kind of like Alka-Seltzer, but the vitamin C one, Emergen-C, that effervescent tablet smell, the way it smells before you drop it in the water. That's what the dry down smells like on here. It's not bad. It's just not what I was expecting. The opening is much, much better than the dry down. It's still very good, but it could have been like outstanding if it would have evolved better from the opening. The opening's top tier. The dry down's just, it's good. Could have been better, you know. Hey, mate, I picked up Mercedes-Benz VIP Club Infinite Spicy. I had to put that one away. I bought it and it was out of season because it's nice and warm and spicy, but I have it. I'm going to wear it this fall. An Addictive Oriental, 100 ml unopened from a pharmacy here in Australia for $5 each. Couldn't leave them there. Yeah, I guess not. I would have bought the stock. If they had to say 3 bottles of each, I'd have bought all 6 bottles. Because you could turn around, flipped 2 and 2. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. Infinite Spicy is really nice. I did a first impressions in the haul video. It's not really good for the heat. That's why I kind of put it away. Like that was one of the first to get packed because it's out of season for me. I'm very seasonal with my fragrances. So when fall rolls around, that's when I'm going to start reaching for that one. I got that in Club Extreme, are the 2 newest Mercedes fragrances I bought. That's a good one. I believe I got a sample once. I know your wife doesn't want to be on camera. Nope. To know what she rates certain fragrances during the review off camera to get an idea what the average person thinks of it. You're not going to get her voice on camera either. I appreciate the thought. Many people have berated me with comments over the years. Just give up, guys. I did. You should too. Not happening. So I've had her rank stuff, and I've done videos on her rankings and everything. You're just not going to get her voice. That's just not going to happen. Wild Mint by Carolina Herrera. I have not. It's meant to be a really natural mint fragrance. Carolina Herrera puts out some really good stuff. There's a lot of fragrances from the house that I've yet to experience. Prepping my new baby's room. I'm pretty pumped. Thanks for keeping me company, chat. Well, Josh, we're glad to have you here, my man. We're going to hang out for another 10 minutes. We might as well jump into Strong With You Only real quick just to revisit my thoughts because, like I said, I've done a review on it off of the decant. Grab the 50 ml because I don't need more than 50 ml. 50 ml is going to be plenty. So Strong With You Only, last year's release, which I have the newest one, Strong With You Amber. Huge fan. This is, I stand by what I said, not as good as Freeze. It's still good. The dry down's still strong with you. I love this DNA. I like all of them. The only one I haven't tried is Oud. I have decants and bottles of all the rest of them, which this was the decant. Now I have a bottle. It opens up. It's got a little bit of that chestnut, which we'll go ahead and spray it. And dries down a lot of vanilla. Citrus, chestnut, I believe a little bit of ginger even. But I remember it not being quite as good as Freeze. Freeze is superior. I believe it's kind of taken Freeze's spot. See, I get that vanillic sweetness even on the opening spray. It's a beautiful fragrance. Now, if you like Strong With You and you want the more readily available Freshie, it's either this or Freeze. It's still easy to get Freeze for like $70 for 100 ml. I would recommend Freeze. This is a close enough second. Yes, it's my least favorite in the line, but to be the least favorite in one of my favorite men's designer fragrance lines isn't a bad thing, which I go back to with Victory. To be my least favorite in one of my favorite men's designer lines, because the Invictus line, these are two of my top 5 men's fragrance lines of all time as far as designers. So it is quite lovely. It's got this fresh, spicy tone. It's a little citrusy. And it's got this ginger smell to it. I want to say ginger's in here. And I do get a little to get that roasted chestnut, even though it's not in the note breakdown for every single one of them. It's from the base DNA, and you smell it in every version of Strong With You. It's really, really good. We'll go ahead and pull it up. Stronger only. Boom. See, 8 out of 10, 102 ratings. Most people like it. Like I said, it's very good. It's a very good fragrance. Sweet, fresh, spicy, citrus, fruity. So grapefruit, geranium, lavender, marron glacé. Don't know what that is. Some type of glaze. Bourbon vanilla, cistus absolute. So it has a little bit of a ginger smell. You see how it says spicy? It has this spicy ginger feel. That's the spice that I get from it. Is that in there? I don't know. That's what it smells like to me. They're not listing it. It's very lovely. Again, not the best high heat fragrance. Freeze is not the best high heat fragrance, but they're about as fresh as it gets in this line. I would say summer evenings. If you like the Stronger With You DNA, and let's say you're not necessarily just going to be in the air conditioning for a dinner date in the summer, let's say you're going to be eating on the patio, maybe screened in, something like that. There's fans outside. You know the type of patios at different restaurants that I'm talking about. This would be a good fragrance for that, where you still get everything that's great about the sex appeal of this DNA, that cozy, inviting aroma, the sweet and spice, everything that's wonderful, in my opinion, about Stronger With You, but a little bit fresher. Handles heat a little bit better than, say, Stronger With You or Intensely or Absolutely or Leather, Oud, any of the heavier ones, Amber. They're all heavier fragrances. They're more dense. They're much sweeter. They're better in cooler weather. This and Freeze. I think Freeze is a better daytime option, whereas dinner dates in the heat, this is the better option, I think, because this is the sweeter fragrance overall. Whereas Freeze is much more fresh and spicy. I believe ginger is definitely in that one. As well as some other spices. I think might even have a little bit of cinnamon. Freeze basically smells like a fresher, spicy take on the Eau de Toilette, which is a warm and spicy fragrance. This has a different, like it's similar to Freeze, but it has slight differences. Like there's more citrus here. The grapefruit, for example, you get more of the citrus. But yeah, overall, that's my assessment on what I would say is the best part about this is warmer weather. I think this is the better option of the line to go to dinner. Like right now, this would be the one to choose. I wore Strong With You Amber to go to the movies a couple weeks ago, but it was cold in the theater. I knew it was going to be cold in the theater. Whereas if we go to dinner in the next couple of nights, I'll probably reach for this now that I have it. So good stuff. So we're running low on time. Let me try to get caught up real quick on the comments, and we'll give them some ratings. Jimmy Choo Man, I still trying to like it. That's pretty easy to like. I'm surprised you don't like it. Vintage Green is so good. I agree. Just tried Born in Roma Yellow Dream. I've never tried it. According to Boz, it's fire. Never tried it. Backup bottle of Vintage Green. John, good to see you. Keep up the good work, my man. Thank you very much, John. Good to see you. Nosy's in the house. Have you smelled Silver Iris? No. It's on my want list, though. It's been on my want list. I debated on that being the first Atelier cologne that I buy. That is one of the pricier ones. Even from discounters, the 100 ml is like 120, 118, something like that. Which, again, not the most expensive thing. But from what I understand, it's very waxy. And I'm a fan of waxy. And I know it's a Florentine iris, so I'm surprised that it's supposedly waxy. Typically, the waxy irises are the fantasy designer iris note. But I have read some good things about silver iris. I'm going to get it eventually. Possibly before the year ends, but there's a lot of things I want to get. It's not at the top of the list, but it's up there on things I'd like to buy. I've been buying so much in the last couple of months. Probably not going to be buying a whole lot over the next month, but I'll probably get back to buying fall stuff like late August, beginning of September. I'll start buying things for the fall that I want to get off the list. But good to see you, Nosy. No, that's the only one I haven't tried. I appreciate the offer, but I'm just going to buy it. I'm just going to blind buy it because I know I'm going to like it. I appreciate the offer. No, thank you. There's no need because I'm going to buy a bottle. I will get it. The only ones I don't have bottles of right now is leather and oud. And I have a decant of leather. But I'm going to buy those before the year ends. They're the only two I'm missing from the line. So I appreciate the offer. This is very generous tongue twister, apparently. Very generous offer. Very nice of you. But I'm just going to buy it. I definitely will get that for sure. Congrats on the young one to Josh. Sorry, supervisor again tonight. Less time to chat with you guys. No worries, Joel. No worries. I agree. I haven't tried anything from Elemental. I'm a sucker. I always do the bigger bottle. Yeah, it's more expensive, but at price per ml, you're absolutely right, John. For the money, it makes more sense because you might be talking about 20 or 30 bucks more for double the juice. Even at retail, like 20 bucks more and you get double the fragrance. That's how they get you. You're going to buy more and never go through it. Whereas sometimes with discounters, like this was 66 bucks for 50 ml. And I want to say it was in the realm of 90 bucks for 100 ml. And I was like, I'm going to save the 20 something bucks because God knows how long it'll take me to go through this. And I have the whole line. I enjoy all of them. I got 1,500 fragrances. 50 ml is good for me, but totally get where you're coming from. I don't need 100 ml of this. I might need 100 ml of this. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll need 100 ml of this, and so on and so forth. I have some 200 mls that I know I'll never go through. Some that I've put some dents in, though, that I'm glad I have 200 ml, and so on. It depends on the fragrance. Naturally, some things we gravitate to more than others. You know that. Title is mildly sad. Joel, heavy is the head that wears the crown, or in your case, the stripes. Just got Boss Bottle Pacific. Surprisingly good. Unlimited, still the best freshie of the line, but it's a close second. So that's one that I bought and was saving for my move. That's why you guys haven't seen me breathe a word about Boss Bottle Pacific. Because that's a beach fragrance as beach fragrance as it gets. I'm saving it because I'm moving to the beach. All the beach appropriate high heat fragrances you guys have just not seen me reach for. There's a reason. It's intentional. I'm saving those experiences for when I'm in the ideal setting for them. Because I can still wear some pretty heavy stuff if I really want to. Most of these days are in like 60 degrees because it rains all the time. So it's not really all that hot. Like the highs have been like 78, 80. And like in the evenings, it's in the 50s, maybe low 60s. So it's like I can still get away with the kind of stuff I would wear in the fall and late winter. So I'm not wasting my freshie experiences because I'm so seasonal. I'm saving it. Because I get tired of freshies is the reason for that. I'll get sick of never fails. I'll get sick of freshies quick. After like a month, I'm done with freshies. So I'm saving the time frame. I don't want to get burnt out on them before I even get there. Red Vetiver, better than Hermes Parfum, has more performance. So I don't have to have, like 16 hours of face melting longevity and projection, and I don't care. I don't buy a fragrance with the anticipation of super performance. Like even a $200 fragrance, it's like if I get 6 hours, I'm good. I don't need 12 plus out of everything, whereas if I get 6 hours out of Terre d'Hermes Parfum and Montal Red Vetiver would have gave me 37 hours, I'd purposely not buy Red Vetiver because that's just too much. See what I'm saying? Whereas you would probably, like you're stating right here, you're like, no, it's better performance. I don't need that kind of performance. It's not all that often I wear a monster. And if I wear a monster performer, I'm barely spraying. I'm spraying 2, 3, 4 sprays because I don't like to be overwhelmed by my fragrance because my wearing experience is the most important thing. I could give a shit less what other people around me think. Obviously, you don't want them to think you stink, but I don't care if anybody compliments me or not. I want to enjoy it. And super strong fragrances, sometimes they're hard to enjoy. Depends on the situation. I'm very, very situational with stuff like that. Top 3 lines, top to bottom, and designers that have 5+ fragrances in them. Not necessarily the best frag, most quality releases overall. Well, we're at the 1 hour mark. Kind of late to the game on that because this wasn't the stream for that kind of stuff, Sean. Let me try to see if I can come to something real quick. Strong with You for sure. And I'm not going to go over each fragrance because I got to do a hard stop right now, and I'm going to get behind on these comments. Probably the Prada L'Homme line, the Dior Homme line. I'll go with Dior Homme line. Strong with You line. Le Beau, and they only have 2 fragrances so far, but they're that good, and I think they can only do good from there. I'm telling you, Jean Paul Gaultier. I need Le Beau Elixir. So there's 3. There's 3 right away that are absolute favorites of mine. So let's give these ratings really quickly. So we started with Terre d'Hermès Eau Intense Vetiver, the revisit, which I did not like this fragrance years ago at all. That is so much more pleasant now that it's dried down. It's not near as funky and earthy. It's actually gotten cleaner. The opening's the only thing you got to get through, and then it's not even all that much of a challenge. Not like it used to be for me, where I just thought it was funky. I did get a little bit of the funkiness in the opening, but it's pretty clean and woodsy overall. Very one-dimensional at this point. Has a classiness to it. Surprisingly versatile. This is actually great at an 8 out of 10. It was great. This is even better than I anticipated it to be. This fragrance is the reason for the title. Like, did I screw up? Should I have not bought this? Because I've smelled it in the past and did not like it at all. It smelled like roach spray on my skin. Not the case anymore. Super happy with it. 8 out of 10. Then we went with Invictus Victory, which was a revisit. I sprayed one time about 1.5 years ago at Sephora. I'm sticking with my 7 out of 10. I gave it a 7 out of 10 first impressions back then. I'm sticking with 7 out of 10 here. I do think it's a very good fragrance. It is my least favorite version of Invictus, which isn't a bad thing, because this could have went in that top 3 designer lines, because I'm a huge fan of the Invictus line. But 7 out of 10, I think it's a good rating for this one. Some people are going to like it more than that. I get it. I'm going to wear it. I'm going to wear it. I like it. Don't love it. 7 out of 10. Now, Atelier Cologne, Clementine, California. My, oh my. The opening was, this is going to be the highest rating in the video. And that has not changed much. It's immensely fresh and watery. That watery tone has not subsided. It's 8.5 out of 10. Great. Not quite outstanding. Not quite a 9 out of 10, because it didn't change any. Hasn't been a long time, but it didn't change much. It's staying pretty linear so far. But I love what it is. What it is, I think, is borderline outstanding. Atelier Cologne, Clementine, California is an 8.5 out of 10. This one surprised me how much I actually like it. Fusion Issey Extreme. Very woodsy. Very woodsy. The coconut has a radiance to it. Like, there's a warm, radiant, slightly sweet coconut feel to it. I like this one a little bit more than the non-extreme version. This is great. This is an 8 out of 10. I like this a lot. This is Tropical Beach Vacation Dinner. This is the casual dinners in the heat, basically. It doesn't have to be on vacation, obviously, because not everybody's on vacation all the time, right? But warm evenings, hot evenings, summertime, casual, going out to dinner, steak houses. If you happen to live in a warm climate, you're going on the patio. You're going to be outside more often than not. This is good for that. Yeah, going with 8 out of 10 for Fusion Issey Extreme. And then Stronger With You Only. I don't remember what I gave it in the review, because, like I said, for those of you just joining, I did a review on this off of a decant a while back. It's still really, really good. I want to say I gave it a 7 or a 7.5 back then. I think I'm going to bump it a little bit. I do like it a little bit more I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 as well. Strong With You Only, I think, is an 8 out of 10. This is a great date night fragrance for the summer as well, especially if you're a fan. If you're a fan of this line and you live in a warmer climate, this is the one you probably should have. You should have this or Freeze. Even if you have Absolutely or whatever. Yeah, use that one in the cooler months. But in, late spring through the summer, stuff like that, this is the one. I think it's an 8 out of 10 with Strong With You Only. So that's the haul. That was from the Frag by Canada Day sale. Let me get caught up real quick. Gerard, good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Yes, congratulations at 7,000, I believe. Gerard just hit 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. Congratulations. If you're not subscribed to Gerard George on YouTube, you absolutely should, everyone. Let's see. Thank you all. It's sort of bubblegum sweetness in 1 million, but it's better and stronger. Noted. Bird Sense, Wearing Mind Games, Blockade. I heard that's like the best one. That's the one I see most people talk about. Contemplating buying Hachivat. What's your thoughts? So you got to like oak moss. It is an oak moss bomb. The citruses aren't super long lasting and long lived. It's more of an earthy green and smoky spiced type of oak moss, and a lot of it. It's got a classiness to it. It's very masculine. Threw me up. Yeah, it definitely has a lot of vetiver when you compare it to Dior Homme Cologne. Lies. There is one reviewer that mentions it. Go watch my review from 4 years ago, because I sure the hell did. I said it's more vetiver dominant than Dior Homme Cologne. You just haven't seen my review on it. That's what that is. Because you would have said, you're the only one that said it had you seen the video. So I wasn't expecting to be so dominant last note to fade. Yeah, because it's what the base is. The base is vetiver, for sure. I'm surprised you don't like it, though. But yeah, it's much more different from Dior Homme Cologne than people give it credit for. They say it's like the same thing. Not the exact same. I was like 80%. Something like that. 75, 80%. Who do you feel is doing the cologne concentration better, Joe Malone or Atelier Cologne? I don't have enough experience with Joe Malone, but Atelier Cologne is doing phenomenal. And it's not even a cologne concentration, because these are pure parfums. At the bottom says pure perfume. If I can get it to focus. Right under Cologne Absolute says pure perfume. It doesn't want to focus. There we go. Pure perfume. Yeah, they're above 20. They're at least 25% oil. So they're not cologne concentrations. They're just, the name of the brand is just called Atelier Cologne. And they say Cologne Absolute because it sounds good. Cologne Absolute. Elysium Parfum Cologne, good stuff. Looking up Kuros, find out I don't know. I'm not a Kuros guy. I haven't smelled that in years. You saw my store, but Imperial Purple from Zara. The hype is real. Bohemian Lime just arrived. Time for some whiffs and sniffs. Enjoy, Jared. Enjoy. We're about to shut it down. I fell in love with Lemonsite. Why is it so expensive? It's like Tigar and Sedley had a child. Well, I mean, it's Louis Vuitton. That's why it's so expensive. It's better. Love your vids, by the way. I appreciate that. Okay, well, try to get to the bottom, a little far behind, so I got to skip a few. Oklahoma, where it's hot in the summer and cold as shit in the winter, so you get both. That's rare to get both. Thought Ross would pick the Spice Bomb line. That's the thing. I could keep going and going and going. There's so many good ones. Aqua de Joe. How do you leave that out too? On top of Spice Bomb. There's a lot of really good ones. I'm typically a designer guy. I love a bunch of different niche fragrances. I've learned to love but for most of my life, I've been a designer fragrance guy. You know, that's my bread and butter. More times than not, I wear designer fragrances. Burberry Touch Undefeated. Great stream, Mr. Veteran Vlog. I appreciate you. Absolutely, Gerard. We need to do something soon, man. We need to set something up. Let's see. Stephen, good to see you. Too late to the game, Bane. Not today, because I'm shutting it down. I'm late. Was it a mistake? Nope. You just got to scroll back. The one that was for the title was this, and we started with this. And it was also the first rating after the dry down, after I let them dry down. Oh, Intense Vetiver. So just scroll back, because I needed to do a hard stop 9 minutes ago. So I got to shut it down, guys. But I appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you to everybody that gave the super chats. New members, welcome. It's going to be the third weekend of the month for the members only live stream, where we do these wheel spins and do the giveaways. Because the last weekend of the month I'm leaving. I'm moving. So as you can see, things have been packing. I have more stuff to pack as soon as we get off the stream. We got a lot to do in a short amount of time to do it. So I hope everybody has a great Saturday. For those of you that bought stuff for the Canada, keep wanting a tongue twist and tongue tie for the Canada Day sale from Fragrance Buy. I hope you're enjoying your fragrances. It absolutely is, Bane, because I'm not answering your question. You're late to the game. That thought-provoking stuff, you got to come before I'm shutting it down, man. Yeah, no. Exactly. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. Y'all have a good one. Catch you on the next one.